All right, thanks, Kelly. Here's the latest information as of just moments ago from for Hurricane Sandy. The maximum winds right now still stand at 120 kilometers per hour, so we're still looking at technically at a hurricane here right now. One of the impressive things about the storm is its sheer size. The tropical storm force winds extend out to about 800 kilometers from the center of the storm, so we're looking at a fairly large storm. It is, as of an hour ago, 900 or so kilometers south of New York City. It's moving in a northeasterly direction at 22 kilometers per hour, and I mentioned the sheer size of it, and it's actually expanding as we speak, so the storm is getting even bigger as we speak. With respect to the forecast, you've probably been following this as most everybody in eastern North America for the last few days. There hasn't been much change in the thinking of the actual track and scenario here. We're still looking at the storm continuing on its northeasterly motion during the day today, and then tomorrow we're expecting Sandy to take a left turn and head west-northwestward and make landfall, more than likely as a post-tropical storm in the New Jersey area, and then continue on into the northeast U.S. and into the Great Lakes area in the days after that. And there's a lot more uncertainty in the actual track after that, but what we're really concerned about is the next 48 hours or so, even a little bit beyond that into Tuesday. So the impacts we're looking at, just kind of summarizing here, heavy rain for especially for southern Ontario and eastern Ontario, and possibly even into the Maritimes, and not so much in Quebec. Probably the most rain in Quebec might be in eastern Quebec and also in western Quebec, but in that Quebec to Montreal corridor, we're not expecting extreme rainfall amounts in that area. However, strong and gusty winds everywhere from southern Ontario to especially the southern part of Quebec into the western Maritimes. Snow is another thing we're going to have to consider with this thing, just because it's drawing in some cold air from the north, so we're expecting some snow into the Nickel Belt area, also into western Quebec. And the last thing I'll mention is given the track of the storm and the sheer size, we're looking at the risk of some potentially high waves coming on shore to the south coast of Nova Scotia, and that would be probably tomorrow evening time frame. So that's kind of a quick summary on the storm.
Oh, sorry, it's Ruth Davenport.
Thanks, Ruth.
Hi, Ruth. Yeah, it's basically the circulation of the storm is gonna cause those waves to move up into our area. We're looking probably in terms of timing tomorrow in the evening hours that should start. And we're talking the largest wave should be in the extreme southwestern part of Nova Scotia, and those waves should gradually be smaller as we move towards Halifax. We may not see much in the way of big waves here in Halifax because we're going to be so far away from this, but it does look like you could have anywhere from 5 or 6 to even up to 8 meters in the extreme southwestern part of Nova Scotia. And again, that timing would be probably tomorrow evening into the midnight hours.
Okay, and otherwise for sort of the Halifax area, nothing more than sort of a bad fall day, a couple of bad fall days?
Yeah, I think for Halifax, when you're looking at the winds, it'll probably be a little gusty starting tomorrow night, but then into midday Tuesday is when we're going to see a bit more in the terms of the rainfall, and we could see some reasonably significant rainfall Tuesday into Tuesday night, and even continuing into Halloween and we could see some amounts in the 50 to 75 millimeter range.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yep.